I'm shaking. I just got home from a date. We were going to an event and dinner. We did not make it to dinner. He just dropped me off at home. I'm back home. I've been gone for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm back home. And I have a friend coming to pick me up right now. I just asked him to take me home. You know the amount of times I have wanted to do that while on a date and I didn't, and I just sat there and grinned and bared it. A guy does something or says something or is something that I just don't jive with, and I stick around because it's the polite thing to do. No more of that, girls. I finally just said, look, I have to be really honest. You just did this thing that is really not my vibe and it's turning me off, and I don't think I can make it to dinner with you. To his credit, he took it really, really well, and he said, okay, I actually completely understand. Thank you for telling me, and let's go ahead and get you home. He also asked me out on another date. What? No.
This is very much becoming a trend. I see it time and time again, and I know that I've stitched quite a few of these videos. These women are bashing men for things that are not very obviously wrong, like things that are very much debatable, things that are just her preferences. But she comes back, and on video, she makes it seem like this guy was a terrible guy. Meanwhile, when you hear about all of the details and how the date ended, you can tell that the man didn't even realize that he did anything wrong. He very respectfully brings her home safely, but she makes this video. And it leaves the viewer wondering exactly what the man did in order to cause this reaction from her. So I thought when I initially talked about this video that there was just one video. But then in my comment section, I guess some of you guys had already seen this video, and then you saw 2 more videos that were follow-up videos. So I want to go down the rabbit hole, guys. I did it so that you don't have to. And today, what we are doing that's a little bit different is that although I have seen the first video, obviously, I have not viewed the second or third videos. I just downloaded them onto my phone and I am going to watch it. And you are just going to get my live, authentic reaction. Before I hit play, please guys, remember to like this video and remember to subscribe if you haven't yet to catch my videos every Friday. Let's just watch the second video. You know, maybe in the second video, she will give more context and she will actually enlighten us as to what this man did.
You know how I know? I've got my big girl pants on. I was just on a date for 1 hour. We were going to an event and then to dinner. And on the way to dinner after the event, I just asked him to take me home. I just asked him to take him home. I said, I'm not feeling it. This isn't my vibe. He did something so treacherous. I'll have to tell y'all later because my friend is coming to pick me up. But he did something that turned me off so badly that I just had to say, I don't want to go to dinner, and here's the reason why. At my big age, you would have thought that I would have done that a million times over on bad dates, but like my people pleasing sets in and I normally don't ever leave the date until it's over, but I did. I'm like literally shaking. Oh, my ride's here.
She still doesn't say what he did, but apparently now it's treacherous. Like the second video makes it seem like what he did was even worse than how she alluded to it in the first video. But what's interesting in this video is that she's getting picked up by a friend to go back out. So she's so traumatized, she's shaking, but yet she's gonna go back out and do something fun. I don't know. I mean, I think the other point that she's really trying to highlight in this video is that she has put her big girl pants on, right? Like she did it. She was uncomfortable in a date. She wasn't interested in him anymore. And instead of sitting through it and being silent, she spoke up. I think that's a good message. You know, like I can give her that. Honestly, I think this would be a pretty good video if she just had left out that what he did was so treacherous without actually explaining what he did. I don't know. I need to know what this man did. We need to just jump into the third video because I'm dying to know. So let's just play it.
I'm back. It's been an hour since I left my house. I'm shaking. We went to this. Let's get dressed for a date. We are going to go grab drinks at this little event that he needs to stop by, and then we're gonna go get sushi. It's like warm here in Austin, but it might cool down at night. Like it's kind of like weird springtime weather. It was like 85 today. So I'm thinking like shorts and a skirt with boots, like knee-high boots. And of course, as any good content creator does do, we don't have much time. Like literally, this is so stupid I'm recording right now. I think those go enough together. I need to de-wrinkle this. Oh, he's texting right now. I'm not ready. The Downy wrinkle releaser. We're gonna put this on here. He's sending a car, which is great, but he just texted, I'm probably gonna need an Addy for that at some point. And when I just looked over and read the text, I thought it said Addy like an Adderall. Like he was asking if I wanted an Adderall before our date. Man, I just really have the worst expectations, don't I? Am I okay? I need to get out my steamer for this. Okay, I think this is cute. If you don't have a steamer, what are you doing? The wrinkle releaser helps, and then this does the trick. What do we think of these boots? I don't really know if this is in my vision. Do you like the boots? The shoe? Okay, this is what we're ending up with. I didn't have time for much else, but bye. Oh my God. Ooh. I'm back. It's been an hour since I left my house. I'm shaking. But the second he showed up, he gave me a hug, and after I hugged him, he was wearing this like white, kind of like thick, long sleeve button up. It was really cute. He looked cute. He was very cute. And I hugged him, and after I hugged him, I was like, oh, I got my makeup on. I'm like, oh my God, that was really weird. I saw this like darkness on his shirt, like girl's makeup. And then when he was like walking in front of me to take me to the thing, I saw he like had a dark thing on his back, and I was like, oh, his shirt is dirty. Like this, he's re-wearing this shirt. And then we're at this like car show thing, and he's just talking my face off, and I'm like not listening. I'm just staring at his collar because on the other side, it was dark with glitter. This man wore a shirt that he had clearly been with a woman in to our date. I couldn't concentrate in the middle of the sentence. I go, you have glitter on your shirt. You have glitter on your shirt. He stopped mid-sentence and he was like, oh, I don't really know what to say. That really threw me off. I'm like, yeah, the glitter on your shirt really threw me off too. He kept on trying to tell me this like long drawn out story about his life. He literally talked the whole time we were together. Like I kept trying to show me videos on his phone of this project he's working on. Like, bro, oh my God, I can't even tell the story. Hold on. So I'm standing outside of his car. We're leaving this event to go to dinner. And I was texting my guy friend and telling him about it because he knew I was going on a date. My friend was like, ditch him and we can hang out. And I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to ditch him? He was like, Kat, just tell him the truth. We were driving. I had gone like mute at this point. The vibes were a little weird because I was like a little bit on my phone, and I knew that he knew that I was like thinking about what had just happened. And while he was driving to the restaurant, I just looked at him. I said, hey, I have to be honest. And he was like, okay, tell me what's going on. I'm like, you have girls' makeup like in multiple spots on your shirt, and I don't think I want to go to dinner together. Like, that's just like not my vibe. He said, yeah, that's fair. I totally understand. And then we had to drive together for the next 10 minutes to go home, you guys. The audacity. He tried to ask me out on another date on the way home. He tried to ask me out again. And I was like, you know, we probably should just let this breathe a little bit before that. And he's like, okay, but let me show you this video. Like, you have to see this video before you get out of the car. And I was like, at this point, please just drop me off.
So the man had makeup on his shirt, and she acts and reacts like she has just experienced an encounter with a bear. I think that is a little uncalled for. I think that it's a little bit traumatic. I think that you can absolutely feel a certain way. You know, you can have definite assumptions if it's very clear, you know, this man has been with another woman recently. Obviously, this is the first date, so I don't know. Like, you can be dating other people, just like he could be dating other people. I could see that that's like a weird misstep is to like not clean his shirt, but I don't know. Maybe it needs to be dry cleaned, and he didn't dry clean it. He just put it back in the closet because it still smelled okay after the last time he used it on a date. Anyways, even if that is what happened, like, I can see feeling a certain way about it. I think I would feel a certain way about that for sure, because you want to be like the one and only in a man's eyes, especially starting off. That kind of deflates the entire first date. So I think that her feelings on it are totally valid, but he didn't do anything that was like really bad towards her. You know, he didn't like put her in a bad spot, make her super uncomfortable. That's not what happened. And the truth is that her first 2 videos made it sound like he did do that. And that is what I take issue with. So in conclusion, after watching all 3 of these videos, I don't know. I think that I stand by everything that I said because it's very clear that yes, she's having some valid feelings, absolutely valid. I'm not saying that they're not valid, but she's still shaming a man. Honestly, I think, okay, so the very beginning of the video where she's getting ready, she already is talking negatively about this man. I don't know. Like, I think worst case scenario is that she's kind of doing these dates as content, ways to create content, right? She's going on this date that she doesn't even really want to go on, but it'll allow her to do a video afterwards. In the other case, it's not necessarily specifically for content creation, but she obviously has like this negative aura about her when it comes to men. For her to already assume that what he was saying to her was Addy as in Adderall, like he was offering her some illicit drug. That's pretty negative. Like for your mind to go there, I think, you know, you're thinking a certain way. So going into the date like that, that's not a good sign. I don't think you really like the man. And side note, this shouldn't even be a side note, but I need to go back and see what she wrote to her friend, who is obviously
a date. My friend was like,
obviously a guy friend. So, okay. She wrote, he has a girl's makeup on both sides of his collars. I can't make this up. He says, ditch him and let's go somewhere. How do I do this? She asks. Just tell him the truth. You don't stand for F-boy. What if I'm wrong? I'm not. He's been talking to me for over 40 minutes, the woman said. And then the guy friend says, I'll come pick you up and we can go to wherever and drink and blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm kind of questioning this guy friend. Is this guy friend just a pure guy friend, or is he like laying in wait? Because he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to pick this girl up and completely get her to leave the date. I think a true guy friend that is platonic, he might take the guy's side and he might say, well, it might have been this, or like, you should ask him, you should communicate that. You should ask him if he's been going on dates or if he is in a relationship, you know, and like just open communication, call him out for it. Call out your assumptions that makeup is making you assume. It's really that easy. So I think the fact that the guy friend didn't do that, I think he has other intentions. I think that he wants to be more than friends with this woman. And she's playing right into it, which is a whole nother thing, that she's probably not interested in him either, but she is willing to use him and to go out with him on a night where, you know, her other date failed. With this all being said, this has turned into a very long video about one specific girl, and even that alone, I hesitate to make this as a post because I don't want you guys to go like find this girl on social media. She's obviously like trying to be a content creator. I don't think that that is beneficial in any way. So with that being said though, like the point that I'm trying to make is that I don't want to be like this bully. That's not me. So please don't go find this lady and go into her comments and bully her. If she sees this video, fine. Like she can take from it. Hopefully she will take it with a grain of salt and not just hate me. But I really do want to open the minds of women. You know, I want you to be able to take accountability and see maybe how your actions are being felt by men and how men are viewing it, and maybe change your mind. I think that's an okay thing. Hopefully this can do that. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a great week. I will see you next week.